Ah, yeah, we made it. The Dr. James McConnell Show with co-host Carla A. Murphy. How you doing, Miss Carla?
I'm doing wonderfully, thank you. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Just trying to make a dollar out of 15 cents, right?
Hmm.
How's your day going so far?
My day is going very well, thank you. I hope the same for you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's going just well. So, what we want to get into, because this world news topic, I've been eagerly anticipating kind of talking about it, but there's a lady that accidentally glued her eyes shut. Tell us more about that.
Well, thank you for asking. It definitely was a shocking story when I read it on Fox News. And the woman lived in Michigan, and she did. She accidentally glued her eyes shut by mistakenly using some nail glue for eye drops. She nearly lost her vision, and it definitely was traumatizing. The woman, her last name was Williams, said that she went to sleep with her contact lens in and her eyes got a little they got very dry. So about maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, she woke up, she reached over to grab her purse, and she just stuck her hand down inside and pulled out a tube, which she thought was the eye drops. However, it was actually nail glue. So they're similar in size, color, and shape. And so she typically kept it in her purse because if she had a hangnail or a loose fingernail, then she would repair the broken fingernail. So after she glued her eyes shut, and she realized what had happened, she started to throw cold water on her eyes just to try to pull her eyes apart, but she was unsuccessful. And thankfully, her husband was able to call 911.
Man, and so what I think I've already read on that story is that if it wasn't for her contact lenses being in, she would have had permanent damage. I mean, that's kind of a scary thing where a mistake like that could have cost you the vision. I mean, um, so when they called 911, did they say how long it took to fix that, or are we not sure, or what?
No, those were all of the details that the article shared that I read.
Man, my goodness, a drop in the eye and gluing eyes shut. That is scary. I mean, that's probably, and I think you said that she reached in her purse and not really paying attention, right?
Right, because she woke up, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. She reached inside of her purse. And if you've ever seen nail glue, you have daughters, I'm sure you've seen nail glue. The
Right.
bottles are small, they look just like eye drops.
Man, and I did read in this story that the doctor did tell her that those contacts saved her vision most likely. So I mean, oh man, I mean that's I kind of wonder what was going through her head during that time, because if you glue your eyes shut, I mean, I'd like to just know. I mean, and you think you're putting in drops and you can't open up your eyes, that's the first thing that's gonna cross my mind is, oh my God, is this gonna make me lose my vision? So I'd like to ask you, Miss Carla, put yourself into her spot. What would you be thinking at that moment of trying to open your eyes and you can't open it? What would you, and of course, it's easily to say call 911, but what would you be thinking initially?
My initial thought would be to call on the Lord because I would need an answer. I would immediately start praying because that's a scary, scary situation. And oftentimes we don't appreciate things. We take a lot of things for granted until we don't have access to them. So
Right.
having our eyesight is vital to our health. And although people are taught and they're trained and they learn to be able to live successful life without their vision, it definitely has its challenges.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I guess we will shift gears and we will get into U.S. ship fires 30 warning shots after Iranian vessel approaches a fleet. And again, it's kind of funny because normally the U.S. doesn't shoot any warning shots. So this story says a U.S. Coastal Guard ship fired about 30 warning shots as a group of 13 Iranian fast boats sped toward U.S. Navy vessels in the Strait of Hormuz in what the Pentagon called unsafe and unprofessional maneuvers by the naval arm of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The incident marked the second time within last month that U.S. military vessels have had to fire warning shots because of what they said was unsafe behavior by Iranian vessels in the region, after a relative lull in such interactions over the past year. So, having said that, I wonder what is it going to take. I wonder where those Iranians trying to do something kind of on the low where they trying to sneak in to try to hurt us, because as us fires these warning shots, obviously it deterred them or it made them leave. But I wonder, were they trying to get close enough to maybe harm us? What do you think about that, Miss Carla?
I don't know, but I'm definitely it's something to think about. You never know people's intentions, and sometimes you don't find out until it's too late. So I had not followed that history enough to know if it was retaliation or if they were just trying to give the lead and stirring up trouble. So I'm really not sure about that, but it definitely was. That sounds like a very dangerous and scary situation.
Absolutely. The U.S. Coast Guard fired the warning shots from a 50 caliber machine gun before the Iranian vessels left. Uh, and he said it's significant as they were acting very aggressively. He said, adding that the number of Iranian vessels was more than in the recent past. So, what that kind of tells me is I think they were trying to do something sneaky. They were trying to be aggressive. They were trying to probably sneak up on the carrier and maybe do some harm. But knowing that if we see them soon enough, they have no chance. They will be wiped off the face of the earth. So since they couldn't get close enough to maybe make something happen. Once we fired those warning shots, they went in and left. But those Iranians, they kind of I think that they can be sneaky as it pertains to stuff like that. I mean, why would they? Why and kind of what I'm reading, this has happened more than one time. This is like a couple of times that this has happened. So I don't think this is the last time that we'll be hearing about this. This is crazy. But I guess we'll shift gears here and we'll get into some of this good old self education, self improvement topic that we love to talk about so much. Miss Carla, we want to get into the importance of education and self improvement.
Well, constantly improving ourselves, our careers, our lifestyles is a way to help us to embark on continuous learning. It helps us to build, like I said, our career, our businesses. It improves our financial position. It helps to build confidence. It also helps us to build interpersonal relationships, as well as promoting wellness and health. So education is really indeed a catalyst for self-improvement. It should be approached with a long-term horizon in mind, and it can help to benefit and always to add to our lives. So I really believe in being a lifelong learner, and I believe in stretching beyond your limit and always adding something new and reinventing yourself. I really believe that in order to grow, you have to reinvent yourself continuously.
I love that answer. And I believe the importance of education and self improvement is absolutely one of the main things that any business owner or entrepreneur needs to do. I believe that's the utmost important because if we don't, then we can sometimes your eyes won't quite be on the prize, so to speak. So, having said that, I think the importance of education. Now, we like to tell our viewers also, though, the difference between education and self improvement sometimes can be a thin line there, right? Like education, in my mind, is reading. You're reading, even watching a video. All those things can give education, but I think the self improvement part of it I think that's something more of a personal thing uh, as far as improving. So, give an example, is called of how you self improve. What what do you do to maybe self improve?
Well, I'm always trying to stretch beyond my limit. I challenge myself to learn something new and to become comfortable being uncomfortable. And so those are personal challenges that I work on daily because I believe those are the things that help me to grow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So another topic on that is techniques of self improving. So there's a technique that I learned actually from doing a lot of reading. The technique is, if you let me see, if you are able to monitor your steps, like let's say let's say that you take 20 steps forward and then 20 steps backward. If you look down at your feet and watch your step one at a time, 20 steps forward, and then watch the same thing backwards. From what I understand, that really helps you focus. It helps you because sometimes, maybe because of ADD, maybe because of some, a low attention span, that maybe not be ADD, but some people may have a hard time focusing, and I think that's one of the good techniques that people use to focus, and that's counting your steps, like one, two, three, and just counting it. And I think if you try that, I think it really does help your focus. Do you find yourself doing any kind of a drill or any kind of exercise, or what do you do to help yourself at focusing?
Typically, I tune a lot of things out, and that helps me to focus. So I learned that technique when many years ago when I was a dispatcher and I worked in a radio room, and there was the expectation to complete a certain amount of work before the end of the shift. So
Right.
therefore, in order for me to do that, I had to shut out distractions. So I learned to just block out what's going on around me and just focus in on what the task is at hand.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Awesome. So what we're going to do next is we're going to get ready to get into one of my favorite things, and that's the business topics. And we're going to talk about that after this commercial break. We'll be right back. Hello, I am Dr. James McConnell, founder and CEO of MBC Global Enterprises, plus founder and CEO of MBC's List, and more. Well, I've been in business for over 22 years. My bio is I have a doctorate in business administration. I am a business doctor. I have an SED in science. I am a neuroscientist. I'm a neurotherapist. That's the study of the brain and behavior patterns. I use that to help people stop smoking, lose weight, anger management, substance abuse, mindset on money, how to make money, so on and so forth. But more importantly, I help two kinds of people, which is everyone in the world. So for one, I help people make more money in a lot of different ways, such as I help people make money in real estate investing, stock market trading, making money online from home, making money from your cell phone. I can help you get vending machines, ATM machines, start a business, or grow your existing business. And or I help businesses get more customers, more clients, more leads, more profits. How, you may ask? Well, that's where I built MBC's List, get more exposure, so on and so forth. I have a radio show, a TV show, and a network that I would love to interview and feature other businesses. So my platforms are geared toward people, helping people either make more money or get more customers, more leads, and more profits. That's what it's geared. That's what it's geared to. But I also have a soft spot for homeless. I help a lot of homeless people. I help them get jobs because, like the old adage says, give a man a fish, he'll eat that day. Or teach a man how to fish, and he'll eat for a lifetime. Well, I want to be able to help the homeless fish. I want to be able to help them live a lifetime of being able to live on their own and grow and prosper and all that good stuff. So that is things that I like. And again, I've been in business for 22 years and trying to grow for another 22. And yeah,
live in Buffalo, New York. I am a daughter, I am a sister, a godmother, and a friend. My brilliance is working with young people and developing the leader within. I love to help to shape, to mold, and to help them to grow. My passion is seeing the fruit of our labors. I am so thankful to see the smiles on young people's faces as they develop, as they grow, as they earn, as they learn. My prodigy is planning events, community connections, building my business, enlarging people's territory, investing in my family and all of my friends. So honored, so humbled to be a part of MBC Global Enterprises, and I am MBC's Brilliance Prodigy.
You are NBC's Brilliance Prodigy, Miss Carla Murphy. I love that. I love it. I think that was outstanding. What do you think, Miss Carla?
Dr. James, you something else. Thank you so much.
Oh man, getting while the getting is good. Okay, so let's slide into
Mm-hmm.
our business topic here, which uh eyes on the prize. So this topic, what I like to talk about is when I say eyes on the prize, what I think about is thinking about your finished goals that you want to get to. And if you keep your eyes on the prize, on that finished goal, whatever that goal maybe, if you're going to be a chef and you want to become a world renowned chef and you want to become, this or that, then you're thinking about, you're trying to vision that. You're trying to vision, okay, I'm this world renowned chef. They have me on TV. They're interviewing me. I'm making a lot of money. I'm cooking my favorite foods for whatever, for my business, for people to come to my restaurant, whatever. And you're thinking about those things. And then as you think about that prize, so that's what it is to that person, is that's his or her prize. And so what happened is, as you think about it, then you'll start, your brain subconsciously start to trying to get you to go toward the prize, toward what your goal is. And some people just call it a goal. I call it a bunch of stuff, goal, prize, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of my terminology. But eye on the prize is, to me, is what you want to stay focused on, because it'll help you keep going directly toward that goal or that prize. And when you have the hard times, which is always the hard times, it's always going to be something to slow you down. But in that case, you'll be able to kind of keep moving forward and keep going. So what do you call that when kind of when you're working toward something, uh, out on the prize or your goals? How do you stay focused, Miss Carla, on that?
I stay focused through prayer. I don't typically go into opportunities focused on the end being in mind. I go into opportunities knowing that I'm going to grow, earn, and learn along the way. And I really truly believe that the Lord will bless the work of my hands, enlarge my territory, and increase my coast. So I believe that He opens all of the doors that I should walk through, and only He knows the end. So that's what I keep in the forefront of my mind with everything that I do, and particularly when I enter into opportunities or when I have projects that I work on.
That's what I'm talking about. Projects. I love it. I love it. So let's get into into healthy competition in business. Elaborate for our viewers in length about healthy competition in business.
All right. So, someone who partakes in healthy competition, they want to succeed, but they also they derive joy from seeing other people succeed. Their competitive spirit seems to be a part of their growth mindset. It's used in a very positive way to help the team and themselves to reach their goals. Healthy competition between businesses. It encourages good customer service, quality, making positive connections with others in the field. It gives you a chance to assess the differences between you and your competitors. So basically, I feel as though when it comes to healthy competition, it's a matter of making yourself uniquely different. How how can people look at a brand and see and know that it's you? So for instance, my brand is uniquely different. So when people look at me, they see the attire, they hear my themes, they know that I am uniquely different and I'm set apart. And so that being said, it is very healthy. And I believe that when there's healthy
Miss Carla, I think that the bandwidth is low. I think the internet connection
competition,
is a little
people
low.
truly do want everyone to win. And so I know me personally, I'm not happy unless we're all winning. I'm not happy unless we're all. Dr. James, that's what I have to say about that healthy count. Dr. James, are you there?
I am here. I did try to tell you that we did lose a little bit of what you're saying. It says the bandwidth is low on your end, so I think it's the internet or something. But that's okay. I can hear you now. But yeah, healthy competition. Uh, I think that's good, especially as it improves. And like you just said, you know you want to see the full team and teams win. You want to see everyone win, everyone do well. And so when you're learning, it's okay to share with other people, to share about what's kind of what works and what doesn't work, and all that good stuff. I think it's absolutely okay to do those things because you want to be able to uh, competition only brings out more, just like in sports, just like in basketball or football. They compete to get one position. Normally, if there's a quarterback, there's probably three people there, and there's going to be a starter, there's going to be a backup. So there's competition, but what happened is it makes those players work harder. So the bottom line is you're not on that type of team where kind of where there's a starter and there's a backup. You're on the team of your business. But the key is healthy competition only brings out the best in you and others, because you're competing to be the best. You're competing to do as good as you can. You're competing to try to bring out the best in you or in yourself or your team or even others. And there's nothing wrong really with the best, because the best is the best. Now, having said that, can you hear me pretty good, Miss Carla?
I can hear you now.
All right, all right. That's just how it goes sometimes when we're on these shows. But having said that, guys, I think we are at the tail end of our show. We're so glad that you tuned in, and we're looking forward to the next time when you join us and get this ball rolling. So thank you for joining the Dr. James McConnell Show with co-host Carla A. Murphy. Talk to you guys next time. And Miss Carla, don't you want to say something to the viewers before you leave?
Thank you for watching.
All right. All right. And we will see you guys next time. See you guys later.